Assalamualaikum. My name is Hazira binti Abdul Hadi. I am from BA 24338. So today I would like to present on my persuasive speech, which is to stop comparing ourselves. Have you ever felt that your life is empty? You felt useless and assumed you were a failure? When you compare yourself to somebody else, you don't really focus on yourself. You tend to think more about people than yourself. And all you think about is how unlucky you are and wish you had better. It is distracting and can lead to devastating consequences. So, my aim is to persuade all of you to stop comparing ourselves by explaining why we need to stop comparing ourselves and how to stop comparing ourselves. Easier said than to be done, right? Do you sometimes go through a bad day when you felt like everything is against you? Yes or no? So let me explain why we need to stop comparing ourselves. Because comparisons turn friends and allies into rivals. Comparing ourselves to others may end us up focusing on bringing people down instead of raising ourselves. It will bring down your self-esteem and can lead to mental health problems. Upward social comparisons can have a positive impact and serve as an inspirational goal for the kind of person you want to be. Do you know that our brain has the tendency to focus more on the negative side? Surprisingly, right? This shows that a person might be pressuring themselves in order to be as pretty or as rich as the person on the social media. This will lead to depressions among themselves because they keep comparing themselves to the influencer itself. Neuropsychologists call it the brain negativity bias, which has a negative effect on our self-esteem, for example, on how capable and successful we think we are. Why do we even need to compare ourselves to something that is not something worth for? Because nowadays, shows many individuals out there are willing to waste their money just to follow a trend. A viral trend is something that everyone wants to follow as they feel that they are vibing themselves as being the most people who keep updated with the trend, even though it requires a lot of money. From this, we can see that we will also live in hypocrisy. Hypocrisy is a person who acts in a way that goes against what he or she claims to believe or feel. This shows that the individual will pretend to be happy in living that life, and that is what we call a hypocrite. As a human being who has their own belief, I am pretty sure that everyone has been taught to be grateful, right? So, rather than focusing on what you don't have, focus on what you do have. It is about being able to feel that sense of gratitude in your whole body. The way you feel about it won't change if it stays in your head. So, the reason to stop comparing is that we can strive to be better. May I ask, is it necessary to think about others? No, right? Because there are so many ways to do better in life. As an example, you have to be confident in yourself. Being confident can prevent us from being comparable with others as we believe in ourselves better than others. We can boost our self-belief by always having positive behavior or attitude. How often do we really need focus? How often do we really focus and be proud of ourselves instead of evaluating other people that give zero benefits? The funny thing is that we know about it most of the time, but some of us do it pretty often, you know. Yes, I admit that our brain has the tendency to focus more on the negative side. But have you ever felt when the brain focuses more on the positive side? You could not imagine what you are capable of. Once you felt that way, you are just gonna keep going and be the best out of the best. Next, by comparing ourselves, it is damaging to your sense of self. Do you trust me in this statement? Yes or no? This is why you should be positive people. This is why you should be with positive people that will result in being really supportive people besides us. Research has shown that having a strong support system has many positive benefits, such as higher levels of well-being, better coping skills, and longer and healthier life. Social support also can reduce depressions and anxiety based on studies. Usually, social support may be in our cycle, which is the most beloved person in our life. We can tell them everything about our problems without being judged by them. It might be our friends or our family whom we can trust most in our life. These people never fail in supporting us. Other than that, parents should not compare their children. Theodore Roosevelt said, "Comparison is the thief of joy." The parents did not even realize that by doing this will make them become unaware of their child's special and uniqueness. Parents always normalize comparing their children with others. This is not a good behavior, as it will make their children feel not good enough for their parents. The child will feel that they are incapable of doing anything and useless for the rest of their life. The parents must believe in their children by letting them explore their life. Maybe by supporting them, they can prove that they also can be better or much better than other children. The only key is parents must believe their children even if they fail. Keep on trying until they get to achieve it. So you have to always keep this thing in your mind. Yeah, everyone? Want to know why we need to stop comparing ourselves with others? So, the main reason is that when we tend to not compare ourselves with others, it can reduce the chance of people committing suicide. As we know, people who commit suicide probably have problems in their life. Aside from that, comparing themselves with others also influences them to commit suicide, as they feel that they are not good enough. The main point here is you have to focus on yourself, because there is a lot of potential that we can be so much better than now. Keep working. You have to keep working toward your goals rather than comparing yourself to others. Compare where you are today, where you were a month, a quarter, or a year ago, and be grateful for the progress you are making. What happens if you see that you are not making progress? It is most likely because those objectives are not well defined. It is not because of anything wrong with you or your inferiority, and it has nothing to do with anybody else. Self-monitor your development and hold yourself responsible for it, and nothing more. To be honest with all of you, it is a losing battle. As long as you use comparisons to measure your value, you will constantly fall short. In this game of life, you will never be able to surpass others in every minute. Why would you want to? Learning from other people's abilities is a great way to spice up your life instead of competing with others. Concentrate on being the greatest version of yourself possible. Once again, please stop comparing yourself, as you are good enough. That's all from me. Thank you.